Hi guys, Rosie here. I wanted to come on today to speak to my millions of fans about how to deal with bullies. Now, it may be hard to believe because I am so popular, glamorous, beautiful, and rich, but I too, Rosie, did have bullies growing up. I know. They hate us because they ain't us. So, this is how I dealt with my first bully. And I'll ruin the ending. She never bullied me again. So I was about the ripe age of 7 years old, minding my own business. I liked to read a lot. I didn't talk a lot. People made fun of me because I liked snakes, which is ironic because they were the snakes, but the real snakes, the ones in the books, never bit me. But yeah, so the humans, not the nicest, very easy to pick on because I would just kind of be quiet and they'd be like, "We hate you, you're ugly," and I would just stare at them like, and like, sometimes I would pretend I was like mute or deaf, but then that wouldn't work because the teacher would ask me a question and I would respond when called upon. So, we can see there was that conflict of interest there. Anyway, this one girl really had it out for me. She just did not like me, which, like, fair, but you didn't have to make my life a living hell. I didn't really like her either, but I wasn't going out of my way to pick on her. I wasn't going out of my way to tell everyone in the class, like, this girl is weird. You shouldn't talk to her. If you talk to her, we can't be friends. Like, bro, chill. I don't even want these people as friends, but I want them to treat me with respect. So, me being me, I waited, I waited until it got to a point where she gave out Christmas gifts to all the girls in the class. Mine was a letter, and it just said, "Dear Nico, I hate you. You're weird. By the way, snakes are not cool." And I was like, okay, like, you're a little bit of a hypocrite, but whatever. Fucking bitch. And, I wasn't gonna tell my parents, but they found it in my school bag, and they were like, "Nico, Rosie, what is this?" And I said, "Well, there's this girl, and I don't think she likes me that much." And I told them what happened. So they go to the principal. I have a meeting with the vice principal, and she's like, "Hey, this girl's parents are getting divorced. Can you be a little understanding?" And you know what? I'm gonna drop her name. Fuck you, Miss Urban. Fuck you, Miss Urban. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? You told a 7-year-old, can you be more understanding that you're getting verbally, physically abused by other students every fucking day because this bitch's parents are going through a divorce? And my home life wasn't perfect either. Like, I'm not gonna get into it. But, like, everyone has their issues. I'm not walking around constantly trying to bring someone down. Are you kidding me? So that didn't really do anything, if you couldn't tell. She was just continuing to bully me and was like, ha 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 ha. Like, cool. And unfortunately, she wasn't the only one. Do you know what I mean? Like, other people see, like, oh, this girl's an easy target. Time to get my fucking rage out on her. My daddy doesn't love me. My mommy doesn't love me. Time to beat up Rosie. Like, it was ridiculous. Truly, as an adult looking back on it, fucking ridiculous. Once again, fuck you, Miss Urban. I will never forget you, you cow-faced bitch. Um, so a year later, I transfer out of the French program because I was in the French program. Je peux parler en français, merde. Um, tabarnak. But yeah, I'm out of the French program. I'm in the English program. I'm minding my own business once again, walking around recess. I'm chilling. I'm cool, easy breezy. This bitch comes up to me and is like, "It doesn't matter if you switch classes, I can still find you at recess." And this was my villain origin story. It's the lore goes way back. The lore goes way back. Me being me, I said to myself, I can't do this for another year. I'm getting sick and tired of this bitch. So there was this little tiny like walkway between the parking lot, the school, and like the tennis courts. It's hard to explain, but it was like a private, secluded walkway. I took my crackers, I crunched them up, and I threw them around like a crime scene. I then proceeded to throw myself against the ground until I was bruised and bleeding. And I waited for one of the teachers. You know how they have teachers monitoring the schoolyard to make sure no one's getting beat up? It's funny. It's funny how every time I was getting bullied and beat up, they could never see it. But when other kids were getting bullied and beat up, they were like on it, like a carb on it. So I decide, yep, now's my time. I know the teacher's coming by. I start screaming, I'm crying, I'm like putting on an Oscar-worthy performance. Honestly, someone give me my Oscar. I deserved it for that moment. And the teacher, for once, is like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, let's go to the principal's office. Tell them what happened. I get in there and I'm like, she took my crackers and she crunched them up and she said she was gonna kill me and that. Anyway, I give my performance. They bring the girl in and I don't stop. I'm still going. There are like tears coming down from my face. And truth be told, were those tears real for her beating me up? No. Were they real in the sense that after 2 years, well, I mean, a year, but like still a year of that bullshit, I was stressed out. I was frustrated. So this girl's sitting in the principal's office and she's like, yo, I didn't beat her up. I don't know how she got bruises. I don't know why she's covered in dirt. I don't know why her crackers are crushed. That wasn't me. And they're like, I'm not going to say her name, but you know, from last year, like we know that you guys had some issues and like violence is not okay. They made that bitch apologize to me. She was like, I'm sorry for everything I've done. Like, it won't happen again. Da, 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 da. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We walk out of the principal's office. It is like, and I look her dead in the eye and I say, no matter where you are, I can find you. So if we've learned anything from the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl, sometimes you gotta be a hater. Sometimes you gotta be a hater. When people try you, you show them why you are not to be tried. Okay? So if you have a bully, I don't know how old you are, maybe you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, I don't know. Think smart. Because sometimes going up to the person and being like, hey, I don't appreciate that, or telling, let's say you're younger, telling a teacher, Miss Urban, only gets you scolded for not being understanding enough. Meanwhile, there was much understanding that went into it, and there was not enough reciprocated. So if you need to be a hater, be a hater. If you got a bully, you fight club your way out of that shit, okay? You figure it out. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to let that person continue to bully you, okay? Okay. Yeah, TED Talk. Thank you.